Hello, welcome to Blake's Den. Bit of a special for you today. I've decided to show off my classic tractor I have. It's called a Turner Ranger. Built in the 1970s, and the reason I've got it is it's because it's actually based upon a Mini, an Austin Mini, amongst other vehicles. And it's such a rare and interesting vehicle. I thought I'd do a video to show it off. So I'll give you a quick walk around first. It's very small. It's about 4 foot wide, or 1.2 meters wide. Quite small. 4-wheel drive. 4-wheel steering on it as well. It's got a mid-mounted A-series engine. 1098cc, 4-speed mini gearbox. Top speed of about 20 miles an hour, and that is an absolute flat out top speed. And it's just a really fun little toy, really. I'll show you some of the mechanicals. To do that, I need to open up the bonnet. Because this is mid-engine, the whole of that section actually lifts up. So let me open that up and show you it. So there we are with the bonnet open. Just stand back, you can see how the whole back lifts up. So you've got the 1098 A-series engine. It's pretty standard. Now it drives your normal standard mini gearbox. Come around the other side, you can see that. The gearbox is underneath. But then, unlike a Mini where it drives the front wheels, this has a prop shaft which drives to the front of the vehicle and to the rear of the vehicle, and at each end there is a Triumph Herald differential, and that differential gives the tractor 4-wheel drive. It also, as I mentioned in the introduction, has 4-wheel steering. So you can see there, got that wheel pointing that way, that wheel pointing that way. It's got an incredibly tight turning circle. It's currently running on 12-inch mini wheels. It did come with Morris Minor wheels when I bought it, 14-inch. Suspension and the drivetrain is all mini. So the brakes, drums all around, they're mini. Things like the track rod ends are all mini as well. Suspension is the Alex Moulton rubber donut or rubber spring. With the trumpets, I think they're mini rear trumpets it's got fitted. Bizarrely, no shock absorber at all. And there's not even a mounting point to put one on. Not quite sure why they decided on that, but I know the rubber spring has a natural damping effect, but yeah, quite odd. Other things under here, so this is the hydraulic tank. So it has a hydraulic pump which is driven off the engine. So the hydraulic pump is down here. Ignore the cable tie. Hydraulic pump there, belt driven off the crank pulley. So that powers the 3-point hitch at the back. So this is a standard 3-point hitch like you'd find on many tractors. This one's actually off a Leyland 154. So that raises and lowers with the hydraulics. It's also dual circuit hydraulics as well. So it has a separate hydraulic outlet at the front, and you can have the lift arms on the front if you want, but I've only got them on the back at the moment. It's got the dynamo for charging. It's got the standard mini radiator, but sort of pointing the right way. It never really gets hot, this, because of the airflow around it. It also has the option of having a power takeoff as well, front and rear power takeoff. I haven't got that on this one. Not quite sure how that works, to be honest. I think I've seen photographs of them on the internet. Some are hydraulic powered, but I think it's still driven by a large belt which comes off the engine. I'll put the bonnet back down and I'll show you the controls. So the odd thing is it's got 2 seats on it, and it's left-hand drive. Once you get in, it's all pretty standard really. Pedal box, standard mini accelerator brake clutch. Instrumentation wise, you've got an oil pressure gauge, battery voltage, there we are, you can see that better now, water temperature, and the speedo goes up to 20, and that is 4,003 miles. I don't know if that should have a 1 in front or a 2 in front, not quite sure, but yeah, there's no way I can really tell what the mileage is. 4-speed gearbox, normal mini. Handbrake is a transmission brake, so it has a disc on one of the props, the front prop shaft, and has a small caliper off a dirt bike from the 1970s. That's what holds it in a parked position. Also down here as well, you've got this lever here which does the up and down on the hydraulics, and that lever there which does the swaps the circuit between front and back. You've also got a hand throttle here, so this allows you to set the engine revs as you drive along. That works sort of in, same time as the foot pedal, so you can drive it off the hand throttle or the foot pedal. This switch over here does the headlights. You got side, dipped and main. We've got indicators down here. There you can see the indicator light flashing on the dashboard, so that's left and that's right. And it's got a horn as well. So yeah, it's just an amazing thing. I saw it on eBay and ended up buying it. And a lot of the work had already been done to it when I bought it, so it's been resprayed, had several bits repaired. I've done a few jobs on it myself as well since I've got it. The biggest thing I've done is get it road registered. So the Friends of Ferguson Heritage, which are Ferguson Tractor Club, they are one of the organisations permitted by the DVLA to give you an age-related dating letter. So I wrote to those guys. They used their archive. Decided the tractor was from 1975. Sent that information off and then got it registered. You can sort of see from the size of the number plate, that is a standard UK number plate, how wide the tractor is. It's really not that wide. Yeah, so I mentioned Ferguson Heritage there. It started off as a Ferguson design, so Harry Ferguson, the father of the modern tractor, famous for Ferguson tractors. He came up with this concept in the 1960s for this lightweight tractor, which could be used on farms for spraying, anywhere where sort of a low ground pressure was needed. It was then built under license by Turner, who made agricultural implements. There was two versions. It was the Turner Ranger and there was the Cala Ranger. So Cala is in Cala gas. So whilst mine has a fuel tank and is powered by petrol, there's also versions where it's powered by gas as well. You can see there from the ID plate, it's Turner International Engineering. Yeah, it's just an amazing piece of kit, really. I've done my research and I can only find sort of a handful of examples elsewhere on the internet. I've got no idea of the history of mine. I believe it used to be an industrial tractor rather than an agricultural tractor. So when you lift this flap here, so this flap houses the brake reservoir and the clutch reservoir. It's painted yellow underneath, and most of the industrial tractors were yellow. I've also got the cab to go on this as well. And the cab was painted blue, and I think this was painted blue originally. But underneath the green paint, there's flakes of yellow. So I don't know if it was used in a factory, sort of a industrial complex or something like that. They're rated to tow about 10 tons, believe it or not. That's 10 imperial tons. I don't know how on earth you stop it with only sort of drum brakes, mini drum brakes, but apparently that's what they're rated to tow. They were used at London Zoo, apparently in the 1970s, to pull a road train around with sort of visitors to the zoo on. So yeah, Just thought I'd do this quick video to show you what it's all about. I'm hopefully going to take this to some tractor shows this year. So if you see it around, say hello to me, ask me some questions. If you know any more about these tractors, please get in touch with me. Just put your details in the comment section below. I'd love to know more about survivors of these. What else is out there? Did people who used to own them, people who used to use them? I'd be really interested to know. So thanks for watching this Blake's Den special. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to stay tuned for more videos on YouTube, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram.